माननीय श्रीमती रंजिता रंजन जी, माननीय श्री एस निरंजन रेड्डी।
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Sir, as I rise to speak, I think it is my privilege to address this House on what I believe might be the most important ministry in the coming few years. Sir, first, from a point of complimenting the government on what they have done right, sir, I commend the government for increasing the allocation from 7,623 crores of last year to 18,852 crores this year. Sir, this is a jump of 147.29% in terms of the actuals of the final figures of revised figures of last year. So this amount seems large. 18,000 crores from 7,600 crores seems like a large jump. But as Honorable Member Ranjita Ranjan ji has mentioned, sir, the total investments India would need for the purpose of achieving the nationally determined contribution of reaching the targets in 2030, sir, is estimated to be 30 lakh crores. Sir, we have 6 years left and we need 30 lakh crores for achieving this nationally determined contribution of 2030 to which India has pledged. Sir, this money cannot come from government alone, sir. World over, in terms of green climate finance, sir, it is accepted that government acts as a facilitator. It has to ensure that private green finance comes in for the purpose of achieving these objects. Sir, when we look at the large amounts that are needed, 30 lakh crores till 2030, and sir, if India wants to stay on its target of achieving net zero by 2070, sir, Niti Aayog has stated that India would need an investment of 10 trillion US dollars. Sir, a majority of this, almost 90% of this needs to come from private sector. They would need to come and invest, sir, in green energy sector. Government needs to play a facilitator. Sir, the budget speech, sir, commendably speaks about increased focus on pumped storage and nuclear energy, but these are small steps. So these are going to be big help in terms of achieving our targets. So I think the government's focus may need to be on ensuring that the necessary the climate is created, the ecosystem is created for more people on the private side to come and make investments. So this would happen if the tariffs are reasonable, if the amounts are paid on time. So this is where I feel, sir, since we are speaking in the Council of States, it may not be the only responsibility of union government. I think all the states who we represent here have to go hand in hand with the central government for ensuring that we give that confidence to private people who would come and invest in green finance. Because if we have to get there, then, sir, the private finance would come in only when it feels that the atmosphere is secure for it to come and make investments. It would have certain returns in terms of the investments made by it. Sir, I would then move on to the next issue of the projected digital guzzling of energy. Sir, artificial intelligence, the modern data centers that are needed to support these artificial intelligence centers need lot of energy, sir. So while it would be advisable that we insist on green data centers, it is going to be too expensive. It would mean that people would be loath to come and make investments in India in the emerging technologies because power is going to be then unviable. So India would have to walk, sir, a delicate path where it may need to nudge most of these modern digital power consuming agencies towards green energy consumption. Sir, we have a frame that we have created, sir, under the Energy Conservation Act. In the Energy Conservation Act, sir, there is a provision which says that it can be made mandatory that a particular percentage of power may need to be procured from green energy sources. Sir, I would request the Honorable Minister through you, sir, to look at these digital data centers which are using a lot of power as a separate category. They need to be given certain milestones under the Energy Conservation Act, possibly for ensuring that they start incrementally increasing the procurement of their power requirement from the green energy sources, so it does not become unviable. The innovation does not stop. India does not cease to be an investment-friendly destination in terms of this emerging technology. But, sir, we need to balance it out with this huge power consumption that is going to come in the wake of this digital transformation. So the next issue that I wanted to present for the Honorable Minister's consideration, sir, is the research and development budget. Sir, allocation has increased from 4 crores to 46 crores. It's almost 11.5 times increase, sir, 11,500% increase. But, sir, in actual terms, it is still less than 0.5% of the ministry's overall budget. Sir, the green energy sources that we are using today, the old, the photovoltaic cells, the silicon, the traditional silicon, sir, because of artificial intelligence, sir, there is a transformation that is happening on the technology side. So new emerging technologies like black silicon, instead of having, sir, the hardboard kind of energy capturing, sir, the panels, we now have thinner filaments that are coming in. So if the government were to focus, sir, on research and development, possibly for the same amount that we are spending, in terms of the technological breakthroughs that are expected in the next 2 or 3 years, so the requirement of our funding may come down drastically. Sir, what India has achieved in terms of the digital phones, where we skipped one generation and moved directly to the mobile technology, we may be able to save a lot of money, sir, if we are able to look at these modern technologies that are emerging. India possibly may need to take a part in this research and development. Sir, so while I appreciate the government for increasing this allocation from 4 crores to 46 crores, sir, it is still very trivial when compared to the overall outlay and the requirements that we will have. Sir, then, in terms of what can be done very quickly for the purpose of increasing, sir, India's procurement from green energy, sir, maybe the government may have to look at biofuel and biogas more intently. Sir, while we have a national bioenergy program, the advantage, sir, with the bioenergy is that it can be localized, it can be smart, and it can be done by involving the local bodies and the state government. Sir, as I said, the task is too huge for just the union government to achieve this singularly. It will need all stakeholders to come together. And, sir, I'm imploring that the government may consider involving the lowest level of governance of panchayats through the state governments also, where it is possible, sir, in terms of this biofuel and biogas related focus. Sir, one of the things the government could also look at, sir, is when it is offering a minimum support price for rice and wheat, it could consider, sir, offering an incentivized minimum support price in relation to anything that would contribute to biofuel. Sir, if farmers know that instead of cultivating paddy or rice, if they can cultivate biofuel, which will give them a comparable revenue or return, sir, that might result in a larger harnessing of biofuel, which may be used for India's benefit, sir. Sir, the next point I have in terms of consideration, sir, is that we need to step up efforts for smart management. Sir, we have a smart grid policy of 2015. Sir, we are also using AI solutions. This was the answer given by the Ministry of Power to one of my questions on 22nd July, sir, in this house. Sir, I am only saying that since there is going to be a greater outlay and India would not be able to match the huge amounts that are required for achieving the targets, we may have to be smart in how we use these amounts that are spent. Sir, maybe we may need to use this for using a larger part of the allocations for smart management. Sir, again conclude, sir, by saying that this is possibly the most important ministry in the next few years. Sir, I would say, as we are speaking in a council of states, that it is for all the state governments along with the central government to look at this with singular focus. I don't think we as states can think that it is the union's responsibility and union will do something. We as states also, sir, need to come forward and work in tandem with the central government. Sir, I hope all of us work seriously for achieving this, because this is going to be a huge factor, sir, in several things, including, sir, in terms of global warming, in terms of our energy requirement. And I thank you, sir, for granting me this opportunity for addressing the House.
Thank you, Honorable Sri S. Niranjan Reddy ji. Now, Honorable Dr.